Some creatures feed on our deepest fears, some feed on our kindness, and some, well, they just want to see us suffer. This creature from South Indian and Tamil folklore is known as a P, a demon or ghoul that feeds on fear and flesh. The word itself means evil, spirit, or ghost. These beings are said to wander around graveyards, battlefields, and abandoned houses, laughing in an inhuman way and beckoning for you to come closer. They especially like to strike when you're alone and in the dark, and they lure their victims using all of our worst nightmares. Some take the form of emaciated old men dragging themselves closer and closer, while others appear as hairy wild men brandishing weapons made of bone. Some even look like beautiful women with long flowing hair and glowing eyes. But no matter what form they take, their real faces always reveal rows and rows of sharp, nasty fangs. I don't know about you, but I'd definitely rather run into a ghoul that looks like a person. I would want to meet in a dark alley than one that looks like it just crawled out of a sewer. But these seductive female ghouls are actually much more common in stories, and they use their allure to trick unsuspecting travelers into following them deeper and deeper into the darkness, never to be seen again. But why do they have to do this? Why can't they just, abduct people during the day when there's plenty of sunlight? Well, because they're demons doesn't mean they're stupid, too. See, humans aren't the only ones who are afraid of the dark. In many cultures, the night is a time when the veil between the living and the dead is at its thinnest, and when the sun isn't around to keep the evil spirits at bay. That means the ghosts and demons come out to play. And let's face it, if you're gonna go out at night, you might as well make the most of it. So while the rest of the world is hiding under their beds with their fingers in their ears, the Pei are out having the time of their lives. And the darkness gives them extra power. It lets them hide, lets them stalk, lets them scare. Besides, there's nothing more fun than a good old-fashioned game of hide and seek, except maybe the slightly less terrifying game of follow the leader. As the story goes, when a traveler sees one of these ghoulish women and follows her into the dark, she suddenly stop and turn around. Then her hideous true form will be revealed, and she'll sink her sharp teeth into her victim's throat and drain them of their life essence. Yum. And because these beings feed on fear, the darker and more hopeless the situation, the stronger they become. So not only does the darkness give them extra power, but so does terror. And if that wasn't bad enough, the scariest part is that they don't just attack once. Oh no, these evil spirits are repeat offenders. Once a soul has been taken, the body is left to reanimate as a new vessel for the Pei to use. Now possessing two bodies instead of one, the demon can go out and do even more damage, spreading their influence and terrorizing even more people. So how could anyone hope to survive an encounter with such a powerful, terrifying monster? Well, some say that burning a Pei to death is the only way to stop them, which makes sense given that they seem to love messing with people in the dark so much. If you can burn away the darkness, you can defeat the demon. That's why whenever a Pei appears, people rush to grab torches and set fire to anything flammable nearby, desperate to drive the creature away. But there may be another way to escape the clutches of a predatory spirit. In some versions of the tale, a Pei can only drag a person into the darkness if they accept its invitation. So if you want to stay safe, all you have to do is ignore it. Yeah, easier said than done. I get that. But hey, if you think about it, we humans have been dealing with monsters under the bed and in the closet for centuries now. Just pretend you didn't see that creepy old lady walking down the hallway, and I'm sure whatever's chasing you will eventually get bored and go away, or maybe just move to a new house. That always works. And if you want to hear more scary stories like this one, stay tuned. Thanks for watching.